Hi my angels and devils and all who may wander here, it is Amanda Christina and today we are making pomegranate toffee apples. Now I have made the toffee a little in advance just because I don't have a pause button anymore, so it makes it a little more difficult. All I have done is reduced down a litre of pomegranate juice, 100% pomegranate juice, to about half and added 4 cups of sugar. Now I did that because I had a litre and last time I forgot to freeze the litre and it died. So what we're doing is we're just going to take the core out of your apple. I just try and pull a little bit of this brown fluff out and I just moved the paddle pop sticks. Then we're just basically going to sit it down and push a paddle pop stick in. It is that easy. Now, with the toffee, I have it over here, and we're going to check again to see where it's at. I don't know why I'm yelling. So I've just poured some onto the ice, and then what I'm going to do is just move it around a little bit to see. We're still at a soft set stage, it feels like. This is how you can... We're getting towards what we want is a hard crack stage, which will come very quickly. So let me see if I can show you what I am doing here. You can see my messy cooking stove thingy. So this is what we have on. It doesn't look red and anything yet. We have red colouring for it. I honestly thought working with pomegranate it would do that itself, but it hasn't. So we're just going to do another quick test. I just have a... Then we're just going to... I put this water block in the freezer earlier today. So we're getting a... It's still a little too soft, but it's also starting to taste burnt. Oh dear. No, no. It's going to taste... Yeah. Okay, so I don't add the vinegar like you would for a traditional toffee. I'm going to move you back to the apple picture because it's just easier. And down a little. Because, yeah, I don't add the vinegar. And I only did as much as I did is because I thought I had more apples, to be honest. I thought I had way more apples, so I did this in a bigger saucepan than I normally do. This is something that now that it's at the stage it's at, it is so important to keep checking and rechecking because it will shift from one stage to the next super quickly. Okay, so what you're looking for is what is called the hard crack stage. Now I'm turning this off because my saucepan is a copper bottom saucepan. So it is going to keep cooking and bubbling away on that hot plate irregardless. What I have here, I would use a silicone mat, but I do not own one. So this is my Ken Oliver craft mat. And I found that I tried baking paper last time and it just stuck and got really messy and gross. So, or not gross, but like I had to pull paper off and no one really wants to have to do paper off a toffee apple. So basically just every so often what I am doing is throwing some of these... Whoa, okay, we melted through that. That was not what I was expecting then. Okay, oh, that's still a bit hot. I probably should have left that. We're at much more of a chewy stage now. So it really shouldn't be long until we're at our nice hard crack stage. And then what we do is once we're at that stage, we dunk it in this water. We add food colouring and then we dip our apples. These are my Descendants themed pomegranate toffee apples. They're a little bit special, not going to lie. I wanted to do something different. Now pomegranate juice over here is not cheap, guys. It is about $5 a litre. So if you're going to do this, I probably should have made drinks and stuff with the pomegranate juice, and I had intended to, I just forgot and thought this would be easier, if I'm completely honest. Okay, we have a bit of a river going here now. This was water I put in the freezer earlier today in this bowl, specifically because I wanted to Okay. We're at chewy, or what I would call stick jaw toffee stage now. The thing with this, with the pomegranate, is not only do you get a lovely, lovely sweetness, but you also get, I'm just going to wipe these apples over. These apples have come straight out of the fridge, which you probably would want them at room temperature, really, because it's going to set the toffee probably a little too fast. I'm just going to wipe the condensation off. But basically, you want a crack consistency so that it sets on your toffee apple. There's nothing wrong with stick jaw. Anyway, I was saying the pomegranate toffee is really fruity, and it's, you know how when you have normal toffee, and this one had a couple of blips on it, so I did cut some off that. Okay, so when you have a normal toffee apple, it can get very sickly and way too sweet way too quickly. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one who notices that, but yeah, so our toffee at the moment is a very golden colour. See how it's sticking together more? So what I'm going to do is just let some water come over that and see where we're at in that. See, this is, I think this is super chewy consistency, so we're really, really close now. See, that's a really golden colour. A nice golden amber. And this has slowed down its cooking, which is what you want, because it is very quick between going from crack to burnt toffee. There is such a lovely fruitiness to this toffee. Excuse me, runny nose. It's something that, this is a, what I would call a grown-up toffee apple. There is a really nice fruitiness to it. There's a sort of lightness. You don't feel like, you know how when you eat some toffee apples and things, you feel like you're eating a lot of sugar. This is sort of 50-50, like, and the reason you reduce your juice down, we are very close to that crack now, is because you want to you want the most fruitiness out of your pomegranate juice. Now, you could do this with any other juice, I think. I think it would be really nice to maybe do cranberry, because cranberries and apples go well together. You could do like, you could really experiment with this. You could do an apple juice toffee. I don't know anyone else who does this. This was just something I had a thought of one day. I wanted to experiment with when Descendants was coming out, and I hadn't made toffee apples for probably since I was a teenager or a kid, for like a school fete or something. That would have been the last time I made toffee apples, or if ever. I don't remember making. Okay, might have to turn this hot plate on just for a minute. We are slowly getting towards where we want to be with this. And the thing with toffee is, sometimes it is better to go slow than to go fast and ruin it, because, as I said, it's very easy to burn. I have to get this, yeah. My cooking setup isn't the best, as you can see. I'm moving you back over here, but you can see how much that's reducing and just bubbling, and we're just, I literally only just turned the hot plate back on because it was stopping bubbling, and I kind of just need to get this to the crack stage. If I hadn't known it was going to take this long, I probably would not have started this video as early as I did. But live and learn. This is what cooking videos are about. Okay. Oh, see, that's getting nice and firm now. If you're making sort of pulled candy, you squish and pull it till it turns into, let's try that. I've never done that. I've played with this idea, but not really. Okay. Got to keep an eye on. Can't get distracted. because if I burn my toffee apples, you'll know. And it's hard with this because it is such a golden mixture that it is kind of hard to know if it is, like, you can smell it. You will smell it if you burn your toffee. I will tell you that now. I feel like we are so close, like so close to the hard crack stage. Bring this back around here for a minute. And I know this is a lot of fiddle faddle, but it is worth it. Homemade toffee is one of those things that when you get the hang of it, it's just a really nice thing to be able to make. Like if you've got kids, it's a great thing to make for like bake sales and stuff. If you want to keep your kids shut up for a while, give them a toffee. Not that I'm saying, but as a sometimes food, it's pretty cool. Oh, did you hear that? Slight crack. Now, once you get that slight crack, you need to cool this down immediately, and we need to stir in. Okay, we may have cooled this down a little too fast, and I probably stirred in a little too much colouring, but that is okay, because I have no witchen in my kitchen here. So I have a spare no witchen in my kitchen here somewhere. So I will dry this off and put this, only because the ice, I didn't realise that would be so damn effective, actually set some of my toffee, I think. Yes, it did. So we're going to sit this back on the heat just to remelt the toffee that froze straight away. Now, you can, this is the thing. Wait until you see how gloriously syrupy and rich this is, and the red, if you've watched Descendants 2, Mal has a... Okay, we're going to move this water out of the way. We're going to take our pot. Look at that beautiful, beautiful... Now, I'm just making sure my pot is 100% completely on the mat, because this mat is heat proof. So we're going to take this. Just going to make sure that everything's melted. Yep. We have this lovely, glossy, red, ruby red, rich pomegranate toffee apple mixture. Now, here, what I want to do is probably just let it cool for a moment, which seems a little counterproductive, but we want to make sure we can dip them nicely. Look at that. If you've seen Descendants 2, you'll know that there is a part where, in the beginning, where Mal is fantasizing. I don't want to give too much away, but they hand out ruby red toffee apples. So sort of a la Snow White. So what we're going to do is we're just going to tip this up. Make sure you get right in there. And we're just going to twirl it through. Oh my gosh. I can't get over how beautiful these look in ruby red. Like, I didn't add colouring the first time I did these, and you're just going to let it drip for a minute and pop it down. And what I will probably do is double dip these, because the toffee is still just a little bit thin. So this is where having cool apples probably is a good thing, because, yeah, so you're just going to make sure that bottom bit is covered, and you're just going to keep sort of twirling it through. Look at how beautiful that is. That looks to me like, I don't know whether to call these Descendants themed toffee apples or Snow White's toffee apples. I might call these Snow White's toffee apples, Snow White's ruby red toffee apples, because they remind me of Snow White's lips. So I'm just twirling and twirling and just letting it build up a nice layer, dripping it, and there. As you can see, this toffee, ooh, putting my finger, that was me putting my hand on a very hot toffee spoon. Lucky I already have the cold water here. As you can see, the toffee probably needs to be set just a little more. as it's rolling, so I'm just leaving it for a minute. Just make sure the base of this is nice and cool. Just to thicken up the toffee a little more. I love the rich ruby red colour of this. It is just beautiful. Like, totally gorgeous colour. You get the beautiful fruity flavours. And this could be, honestly, I think this could be a snack at Disneyland. It is pretty enough to be a snack at Disneyland. Although they probably have a way of making the toffee apples a little less messier, because I have a little pool of toffee around each one. But they are glossy and gorgeous, and you'd be hard-pressed to find something that is... I guess I really think this is like a grown-up toffee apple. I mean, I'm not saying kids could not eat it. I think that's what you're supposed to do. But I am saying that as a grown-up, this felt like a toffee apple that I could eat all the toffee off. I've not always felt that way about toffee apples. Like, I have a notoriously sweet tooth, but honestly, you could easily... Like, this is something you could do with kids, but you have to be very careful because of the fact that it is boiling hot sugar, basically. And then if you have leftovers, just chuck them in patty cases and you have some really nice little toffees. Or put them in something and just microwave it or heat it up in a saucepan when you want more. I just can't get over how beautiful these look with the red colouring in them. I did not intend to pour quite as much colouring in as I did. But, like, as you can see, these are starting to set already. They're glossy, they're vibrant, and honestly, I can't think of anyone, unless you don't like pomegranate flavour, or... And it's not so much a pomegranate flavour as it is a fruit flavour, that it... Sorry, I just wiped a little too much there. It's very much a lovely, fruity flavour. As you can see, I really did make too much. You could probably do a couple of kilos of apples. A couple of my apples were a bit worse for the wear, like they were a bit too bruised to even want to use, but I might cut them up and dip them anyway. And you're just filling in all the ends. This is starting to set a bit now. I can feel it. I'm trying to get as much toffee on the apples as possible, except I probably put them a little... Yeah, just be careful not to put them too close to each other. That would be my one little, probably, thing I would say. And then you swirl. I just love how these do really remind me of the Evil Queen's toffee apples in Snow White. So I may rename these because I think they look more like Snow White or Descendants, because after all, Evie is descended from the Evil Queen. And yeah, so... there is that factor too. But look, this is something that it does take a little while. It's probably going to take you about half an hour to an hour to make. But I can tell you that that time is very worth it. Like, imagine if you were trick-or-treating and you got this and you thought it was just a regular toffee apple, and then you tried it and it was like this amazingly fruity, beautiful flavour. Now, we're not going to be able to try these today because they need to set. So I'm very sorry that we're not going to be able to bite into a toffee apple. I'm not even sure I want to try biting into these. They've got such a lovely thick nest of toffee on them. Look at that. And look, there's probably enough for a couple more, or just some toffees. I might see if I can pull this up and re-dip it. Why not? Give it an extra coating of toffee? I think so. Seeing as I have it here and I don't have the cupcake wrappers handy, I should go grab some in a minute. But I just really love... It's messy. You're going to get messy doing this. I'm not going to lie to you. And this is... Oh, This is cooled down a little. But you are going to enjoy it. You are going to enjoy these as a treat. These are a Halloween treat. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like more cooking videos. I'm sorry I had to shortchange a few steps, but this is 20 minutes as it is. Look at these beauties. I will take a photo when they're done and post it on Instagram. I think this one up the back here is the most perfect toffee apple I have ever made. It's got the lip really nice, and then I go and destroy it. And I need to make sure that I can get between these two. Ugh. Nope. Hang on. Ugh. They're setting, so it's a little difficult, but there are things you can do, like if you bang 2 spoons together, you can do your drips. You can try making sort of a more candy type thing with it, which I may try doing off camera just to see if I can. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you will try making your own pomegranate toffee apples. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to try this, if you enjoy toffee apples. I'm sorry, Melinda, I know you can't have sugar. I actually had thought, I wonder if you could keep condensing the pomegranate juice down to make pomegranate toffee without the sugar added, but I'm not sure if you're not allowed to have sugar at all, or if you're allowed to have fructose or not. But yeah, I assume that would probably be frowned upon too. Anyway, I will talk to you all soon, my angels and devils. I've got this nice cold water beside me to wash my fingers in. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As I said, let me know below if you'd like more of my little cooking tutorials and things. I have one coming up next week, which is Oogie Boogie's Worms and Dirt from Disney. But I am going to pre-cook a few things for that, just to make it a much shorter video. Otherwise we'll be here for hours on end, and it will take me years to upload my videos, because traditionally it takes about 4 times as long as a video is to upload the video. Just for anyone who doesn't know that, Australia's internet is very slow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, my angels and devils, and all who may want to hear. Remember to like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Remember, you are incredible, you are amazing, but most importantly of all, you truly do matter. Bye!